Drive on mama, buckle up. Andre TV here from driveonmama.com, and you want to know how to be successful at Doordash. The number one thing you have to learn is your market. Whatever your market is, wherever you choose to work, you're going to have to learn the best times to go out, the best restaurants to go to, those that have a wait, those that do not, those that have people who tip well, and those who tend to have non-tippers and the very low tippers flock to their restaurant. I have found in my market the best places to pick up from, and I'm sure in most markets, are places with cloth napkins, sit-down tables, and the more pricier menu items. That's not going to be available in every market. So you may have to switch your markets or adjust and adapt and be okay with less. So you can't, you can't get blood from a rock. You have to go where the water's flowing plentifully. All these metaphors, but you get the drift. You can't go to a apartment-only neighborhood and expect to get $20 and $30 tips on a regular, consistent basis. So that's my tip to you, and we are doing a ride-along. We have our first order for the night. It is 8:20. We're only going to work about 2 or 3 hours, and our first order 10:50. And we have dropped off that first order, and it went up to $13.75. Thank you, Miss Customer. And they told us a hotspot was 2 minutes away. And I had made the mistake, how to be successful on Doordash. I had made the mistake because it is a restaurant with tablecloths and people congregate and has a big tent outside. And even during COVID, they made sure that they could sit outside, and people loved it so much they came from all around. I would sit and wait for orders at this restaurant only because they do have good tips, but they do not have the frequency needed in order to be successful at Doordash. So I would sit here for 20 minutes, a half an hour, waiting on an order just for one good tip, when I could have went where there's more restaurants, fast food, and tablecloths, and made more money in the same time. So we're going to give it 5 minutes. If we don't get an order in 5 minutes, we are going to move back to the populous area for many restaurants. And with a minute to spare, we did receive an order. 11:25, going 3.7 miles. Hopefully it will be ready before the pickup time. Okay, after that last order, it ended our dash, so we made $27 with those 2 orders. Thank you, Mr. and Miss Customer. And then we proceeded to come back to the avenue and sit there and sit there and sit there and decline one order and sit there and sit there and sit there, and now we have our next. Tuesday nights are the slowest, but it's for $8.10, going 3.3 miles. Let's go get some pizza and cheesecake. And the time is now 11:06 p.m. We dropped that order off successfully. It remained the same, and it was a hand to me. And I could not find their name on the call box, but thank goodness a resident came in at 3 minutes on the countdown, because the person did not pick up the phone. But that happens when it gets later at night, a lot. So we stopped. Well, it ended our dash. It ended our dash again because there's not a lot of orders out there. I find that happens more. That mistake happens more when there's not a lot of orders and too many dashers to fulfill them. But we just logged back in. Once we went to the store, we went to get some bagels and cream cheese because my oldest son would like that for breakfast. And we received our order after turning it on for about 2 minutes. 9:50, going 3.7 miles, I believe. Last order, and we have our next, and most likely our last. It is 11:30-ish, 11:30, and it's for 475.7 miles. This restaurant is officially closed, but they do have a window where you can go ring the doorbell and pick it up. Let's go get some food and deliver it to our hotel. Time is now 11:45. That last order for $4.75 was dropped off. It was a $2 tip and remained the same, and we are grateful. And we had a goal to reach.
We were not able to work most of the dinner shift because we had children duty to attend to, and the goal for me for today was to reach $200. It didn't happen all on Doordash, but between Doordash and Uber Eats, we have reached our goal, and now we are going home. How to be successful with Doordash: learn your market, make a plan, set out to accomplish it, and by all means, do it. Hopefully this helps someone. And drive home, mama.
No waits, short distances. I wish you large tips. No waits, short distances. I wish you large tips. No waits, short distances. I wish you large tips. No waits, short distances. I wish you large tips. No waits, short distances. I wish you large tips. No waits, short distances.